Hi everyone, my name is Charlie, and today I want to tell you about a dream I just had. And basically, this dream was about booktubers. And a few other things, but we'll get into them. I always think that it is a sign that I have maybe been watching something too much when I begin to dream about it. It happened with not Neighbours. It didn't happen with Neighbours, it happened with Home and Away. And it was during Maddie's bulimia storyline, at least I think that was her name. And I just became quite invested in watching that television show. And so I did, and yeah, then when I started dreaming about Australia, that was it. It was gone, stopped watching it. So I'm not going to stop watching BookTube, but here's the story. I'm sleeping, I'm dreaming, and suddenly I'm in Macclesfield, and there's a group of booktubers there. And we are going to see Emmerdale live. For some reason, they're recording it in Macclesfield, and for some reason, Dave, over at Wild Reads, has taken on one of the roles. Now, I'm not sure whether Dave is an acting man himself, but for the purposes of this dream, he was, and he was playing, I don't know, no character that I'd ever seen in the show before, and I felt like maybe he forgot his lines at one point, and I'll tell you what. So, we're watching we're walking around Macclesfield to follow all these people. And for some reason we see Lisa from over at West Coast Reads, Lisa's West Coast Reads, being somewhat salacious with nobody in particular, making merry. Debbie Dingle had been recast and was now played by some blonde person who I will definitely have seen over on these videos before, but I have no idea who she was or where she came from. But the best thing was when it came to Dave giving his line, his big cliffhanger moment of the entire episode. Now remember, I've been walking around for a while now. I'm a bit tired, but this is going to be the big moment. And he got his line wrong. And he told this character, who was being played by Harriet Rosie, that he was, in fact, her father. So then the whole cast turned around. Steve of Steve Partridge told Dave, "You aren't a father, you're a brother." And then the actor who played Zach Dingle said that he was her father, but Harriet wasn't Harriet. She was renowned author Elif Shafak, whose books I have never read before. And then we walked away and left the episode there, and I was completely disappointed. Steve of Steve Partridge came over and was telling me that it was okay that this soap had gone so poorly. That's what they do sometimes. And I was like, okay, but I just walked half an hour for this. Somehow we ended up at my nan's house, which had been transposed into Macclesfield, because I doubt I walked 8 miles to get there. The booktubers stayed downstairs enjoying tea and cake, whilst Steve Partridge transformed into my sister's ex-boyfriend. He and my sister decided they were going to get back together. They went upstairs with my nephew, and then Steve, as sister's ex-boyfriend, ended up getting dumped after he told my nephew that dogs do go to heaven, but they don't go to the same heaven as humans. And my sister wasn't having any of that. And that was the end of that dream. And I realised that I shouldn't have left my rucksack at work yesterday, because then I would have spent last night writing rather than binge watching booktube videos from 5 o'clock until 11. And I still didn't get through all of my subscriptions. Also, the fact that I dreamt about the YouTubers I seem to talk to the most seemed extremely strange to me. The fact that we watched Emmerdale was even stranger, because when I dreamt about my friend Lindsay, all we did was went to a tea shop in Buxton and enjoyed ourselves. You know, we had tea, we had cake. I mean, it was like the perfect day for two writers, but I can't understand why anyone of BookTube would want to come with me and watch people from Emmerdale perform Emmerdale in what wasn't really the best thing in the world. Anyway, do you ever have any funny dreams? I said funny, not dirty. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, that is all.